So with jigging for these reef fish like snapper, I tend to like casting sort of up current and then letting the jig drift back down. Once you get near the bottom, you want to jig it up just a little bit, but I think the real trick to these fish is quite an erratic sort of a jig. So near the bottom, it's not a traditional jig where you're kind of going this sort of thing. It's just kind of like a little, you know, twitchy flick like that, and then let it sit there. So I'll quite often give it that little flick, 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 and then just let it sit there. And a lot of the time the fish will get interested in that kind of movement and action of the jig, and then as soon as you sit it there, the hooks might sort of waft around a little bit. It feels like you got a piece of metal that's actually not moving, but that's not what's happening down there. The jig's wafting around, even though you're sitting still, the boat's moving up and down, and the fish will come and eat it on the paws. It's a very effective technique. Yeah. Oh, come back. Got him. On the paws. Been dropping some gypsy and buffalo jigs down. We're out off the Sunshine Coast here. Oh, so we've got a nice snapper on here. That is a nice one. Oh, that is beautiful. Nice snapper to start the day. That buffalo jig did the job. And I was just holding it, pausing it, a little bit of a jig, and yeah, he's come and eating it on the paws. So I don't have to always be working these things fast. That's beautiful fish. Nice. A few good ones. Yeah, there's some good tail beats going on there. This might be quite a nice fish, I reckon. Oh, he's a nice one. Oh yeah, that is beautiful. On the little 40-gram gypsy, you were saying that the little small jigs had been working really well on these fish last time you were out here, and it's done the job again. Yeah. Thought there's a few fish around. We're gonna keep dropping down a few gypsies and buffaloes and see what happens. So just hooked up another one on the little 40-gram gypsy. This was on the sink. I've just cast it up current. So we're sitting on the electric motor, just hanging over the spot, kind of casting up current, let the jig sort of drift back down. Just started jigging this, and it's looked like it was kind of coming off the reel a little bit faster. And he's actually eating it on the sink. So yeah, it's a nice, respectable sized fish, I think. Thank you. So one of the cool things about fishing with these light jigs is that no matter where you are in the world, any sort of reef species, I mean, we're catching snapper off the Sunshine Coast here, but any reef species really anywhere in the world just loves eating these little jigs. You get them down near the bottom, just kind of jiggle them around a little bit, get a little bit of action to them. Really doesn't matter what species it is, it's an extremely effective way to catch a lot of fish on the deeper reefs, and even up into, you know, 50, 60 feet of water down to 300 feet. As long as you match the jig to the current, you're gonna be catching fish.